The Acolyte is here, and as predicted by many people, it is once again dividing an already divided fan base. And I think Lucasfilm's okay with that. I do. I think they want that for some reason in some big brain business move. They're going to get rid of the old guard, all those old dumb men, get rid of them. And this is going to become the new Barbie brand or some shit. I really don't get their thinking. But it is what it is. I think they're okay with it. Because look at what they've been doing lately, especially Kathleen Kennedy coming out of her barn, going down to the slop house to give comments, which she hasn't really done as much lately. But the first thing that she did to promote this show was talk about how toxic the fan base can be. Tell me they're not trying to get rid of people. I have no other explanation for the way that they act. So, after looking at reviews and what people have been saying about these two episodes, I think that there's likely something about to happen with the Force. They've changed the Force into some kind of thread, and I don't think that that's it. I think those shirts that Kathleen Kennedy used to wear that said the Force is female are literally going to come true. That they're going to change the Force into some kind of female entity. Now, this is a rumor that comes from WDW Pro, and that's what he's hearing. That they're going to change the Force into a female entity. Now, whether or not that happens to come true or not, we'll have to wait and see, but I got to tell you, it sounds pretty damn believable to me. Let's take a look at some of the reactions, see what people are saying about this show. As of right now, the Rotten Tomatoes sits at, of course, an 88% fresh, and we finally have an audience score with reviews. Now, they actually hid this a little bit yesterday. It was kind of hard to find the audience score. And there was also some weird stuff going on with the actual score from critics, which, by the way, it's funny. Top critics, it drops down to 70%. All critics, 88%. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Also, an update to the Rolling Stone thing that I covered yesterday. So, they were still apparently under an embargo. It's still kind of funny to me that they had to take it down so immediately. What was it, an hour or two early when they took that Rolling Stone article down? I wonder what was going on with that. I think there's more to it, but it seems that the official reason is because there was an embargo, so they had to take that article down for 2 hours so that then, they could just put it right back up. But anyway, here is audience reviews, and they're not that good. A lot of people disappointed in it. Some people coming in saying, like this guy, 2 episodes in, the mystery has me hooked. The visuals are also simply beautiful. Excellent story, characters, acting effects, and pacing so far. Now, we know Disney uses bots. I've done a couple videos on that, so I would suspect a lot of these are bots. Especially short and sweet ones. But there are some long ones like this one. As a reader of the High Republic, this was disappointing. I'm sorry to say that Vernestra Rowe is misunderstood. The costume, makeup, hair, and set designs are atrocious. Where did the $100 million in budget go? The music is just terrible and tries to copy the prequels to improve. Props for them for creating new planets. However, are they fresh, new, and inventive? No, not like Andor or The Mandalorian. The action and choreography was okay. There was no emotion behind any of it. And I think this is a fair review. You know why? Because this person is a reader of the High Republic. And the High Republic is garbage. They literally use lightsabers to hold themselves in place when falling, and that's not how things work. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a scene where there's a Padawan falling in one of the comics, and she uses her lightsaber, sticks it into, I think it was a tree or maybe the side of a cliff. I can't remember exactly, but the lightsaber stops the fall, when really it would just keep rolling through whatever the hell it was stabbed into. I don't think they have any idea how lightsabers work. In fact, it would seem that lightsabers are less effective than knives now, because apparently, and I did see this clip of one of the characters throwing a knife into someone and killing them. And this is after, it's a small knife too, tiny little knife, not a big knife. It's like a little kunai. And that effectively kills someone, but a lightsaber, oh no. Not that super hot laser beam that melts everything around you when you get stabbed. That is just a simple tool for a more civilized time, I guess. But these were supposed to be the good episodes, the good ones, and then it drops off. And a lot of people are making fun of it. Like, for example, this scene right here, and I know there's fires in space in the old Star Wars, right? The Death Star blows up into a ball of fire, but none of them look like a campfire, which is what this looks like. Man, better go grab the fire extinguisher and remove all the oxygen so you can take that thing out. It's amazing to me. Like, this is garbage. And I get there's fire and other stuff, but I've never seen one set ablaze for so long like it's literally a campfire. That looks awful. Usually it's just done in a flash for kind of effect and sizzle, which I'm fine with. This just doesn't work to me. Maybe this is a nitpick for some people, but this is shit. Here's someone pointing out the nepotism. So this is from Robot Head. And turns out that green alien that can barely act, well, that's the showrunner's wife. That's Leslie Headland's wife. Leslie Headland, personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein. Never forget it. She hired her wife, who apparently has no acting ability. Maybe no experience. All I know is the acting that she gave, her performances were pretty damn awful. But hey, it's wife, so. Free ride on the set, I guess. Nepotism pays, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. So, I am laughing, literally, to the bank on this one. And I got to tell you, I'm here for this. I'm here to watch this thing burn down. I'm here to laugh because Disney, they deserve it at this point. Nobody cares about these brands anymore. They've literally shit them into the ground, destroyed them. They're celebrating this show using Pride Month, by the way. It's apparently the gayest Star Wars ever. The Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland says preview audiences regularly praised series as the gayest Star Wars. Here's this clip that's going around. Let's take a look at this because it's so amazing.
This is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well, some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun element of...
No, I don't
There are no more nerds watching this show. You've ran most of them off, by the way. I just want to point that out. A lot of the older fans, the fans of the original trilogy, even a lot of the fans of the prequels, you've ran a lot of those people off. A lot of them are gone. And I don't think any of the new people would actually be that interested in the original stuff. That's not the kind of Star Wars they're looking for. They like this shit. Oh, it's gay Star Wars. That's right. Sign me up. Sign me up.
So, and yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I'm frankly
You're offended?
into it. No.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the fits? We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo.
And are you telling me with a straight face that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple.
Yes.
That's what
He's
I
a
think.
robot.
But this is more outward.
I think it's canon that
And she goes on to
Because
talk
this
about
is, I would say,
R2-D2
arguably
and
the gayest.
C-3PO and how they're a couple. It's what a way to promote Star Wars, but they're not very proud of it because they're hiding replies. The rap, we are happy to report that the Acolyte is arguably the gayest Star Wars yet. Happy Pride Month. They're hiding replies on this, by the way. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers posted this, and they hid his reply, which is unsurprising, but it's a funny meme nonetheless. I got a good chuckle out of it the first time I saw it. But this is where we're at. I think we're going to see high ratings for the first 2 episodes. I will be interested to seeing how they compare to previous Star Wars series, though. And now we have so much data that we can actually see, like, if there's a drop, series after series, and how these are holding up and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to seeing, like, I want to compare this to Obi-Wan. Andor was the lowest, I believe. But something like Obi-Wan, was Obi-Wan the most recent, or was it? No, it was Mandalorian Season 3. That's the one to compare it to, because those numbers got down pretty low. So if these numbers are lower than Mandalorian Season 3, that's bad. That's real bad. So are they losing people every show? And I think this one's going to have a significant drop-off. The first 2 episodes will be pretty high, I think. They'll be decent. Disney's going to come out, say how proud they are of the show, that they're so happy with these numbers, and then they're not going to talk about the ratings again, because just like Rings of Power, this show is going to fall off a cliff too after the first 2 episodes. So I'm here for it. Let's buckle up. This is going to be a fun couple of weeks covering this madness. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.